Hello, friend. This is Anil. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Hope you guys all are fantastic. So, today we would like to discuss a BPC connector in detail. End of this video, we should be able to understand what is BPC connector, how to create it in GCP, and what's the basic usage of BPC connectors. Okay, BPC connector in GCP, and that is also called serverless BPC access. This is one mechanism to access our BPC resources from other serverless component. As we know, in GCP there are multiple serverless component. For example, Cloud Functions, Cloud Run, and App Engine. Okay, so by default, the serverless component are not able to access our BPC network resources. Okay, BPC network resources can have private IP for the sake of security, and if we want to connect our serverless component, for example, cloud functions or run or app engine, etc., we want to connect this serverless component to our BPC resources, then we would need to use serverless BPC connector. That is the basic and important usage of. Okay, and in my previous video, I have discussed how to make Cloud SQL instance most secure instance, and only private IP that we should be able to connect only using private IP. Okay, so if you don't know, just watch that video. And in this video, I'm going to discuss how to use BPC connector and how to create BPC connector. Okay, let's uh, understand this with one more diagram. Okay, so for example, this is Cloud Functions, one of our BPC serverless component in GCP, Cloud SQL instance, Vertex API. Okay, and this is our custom BPC. So by default, our VM resources won't be able to access Cloud Function. And in a similar way, Cloud Functions by default open the traffic to internet, but not to our BPC resources. Okay, and for the security compliances, there are a lot of resources in BPC that you would need to have only private IP addresses as well. They will not have uh, public IP addresses. Okay, so um, how to connect? Say, for example, if we have one server in BPC and the server has only private IP address, okay, and that needs connection with a cloud function, for example. Okay, so the only way of connecting that cloud function from our servers in VMs is serverless BPC connector. Okay, and that uses private IPs for connection, not public IP or not anything else. Okay, so herein, I mean, you can understand one perspective of BPC connector. Now let's go and create one BPC connector. For BPC connector, we should already have one BPC network in some region. Okay, so if you see, I have already created one BPC network herein, and I have deleted all default network. Okay, and let's create one serverless BPC connector. Create connector and BPC connector. and let me choose uh, a region, say for example Asia South 2. Okay, and I'm using same network PPC net custom, and let me take custom IP range. Okay, and let me take 10.8 and slash 28. Okay, so scaling setting, if you want to set, I mean, if you see it's minimum 2 and maximum 10 instances, you can decrease this as per your need. Let me have 3 only. And type of instance type, E2 micro, F1 micro. Let me take F1 micro one. Okay, and that's all. Okay, if you see this estimated bandwidth depends on your type of instance. Okay, if you select F1 micro, you see 100 mbps. Okay, and costing is less. If you go for E2 micro, you have more speed but more cost as well. And if you go standard one, you will have pretty much, very very high speed, but on the same way you will have lot of costing as well. Okay, so let me have F1 micro. Okay, and rest is okay. I create it. Okay, so it's creating, and in a few minutes, it will take a couple of minutes, it will be up. Okay, for BPC connector we should already have one BPC setup. In that region we would need to create BPC connector. Okay, and herein, as I explained, okay, the usage of serverless BPC connector is connecting our serverless component with BPC resources using private IPs. Okay, so in couple of seconds it should be up. Till time this is created, let me go to BPC network pairing. Okay, and this is one more important thing. Okay, private services access. So Google implement private services access using serverless BPC connector, and it implements that using BPC network pairing. Okay, so if you want to remove any serverless BPC connector, you would need to delete this BPC network pairing first. Okay, then only you would be able to delete BPC connector. Serverless BPC access. Let's watch the progress. This is still is being created. Okay, and once say this is now done. If you click on it, you won't be able to select anything else. Okay, and if you see IP range is 10, 8, whatever we had taken in the starting. Okay, and herein if you see serverless BPC access allows cloud function, cloud run services, and IP standard environment apps to access resources in BPC network using those resources private IPs. Okay, so in the next video probably we would like to um, uh, to present one demo where we would like to use BPC connectors. For today, thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe for next such videos. Thank you very much again and have a great day.